So what I found was that when I advertised on Facebook and I advertised my business Brilliant Minds, I found very quickly that if I got about one fan for $1, but every time somebody became a fan, that was it. So if I had advertised and I got 10 clicks and 10 people became fans, then that would be it. There would be nothing afterwards. I hope I'm making sense, because basically what in my mind should have happened was that 5 people click the like button, and then 10 people, 10 friends of theirs see my business name advertised as such. And then there, over the next few days after somebody clicked the like button, there should have been more people clicking the like button. But basically what happened was that people clicked the like button, all their friends got to see, oh, this person liked Brilliant Minds. And then they were probably thinking, what the heck is Brilliant Minds? I can't really be bothered to find out because it doesn't sound relevant to my life or to my business, and just simply ignored it. So now, when I advertise web design that sells, it makes a lot more sense to people. And when I advertise it on Facebook, that's exactly what happens. I get a couple of likes from people, and then over the following week, I get a few more likes from people, because it's actually, people can actually tell immediately what we are about, and if they are interested in growing their business through their website, then they will come and check us out, and they will like our page. I hope that wasn't too far removed from SEO, what I've just been talking about, but your business name and your domain name is incredibly, incredibly important. So make sure that you make it relevant. Have a keyword in there. Okay, so next, use your keywords in relevant positions. Now, this might actually be something that you will have to pass on to your web person, whoever your web person is, or to your SEO experts. This is what an SEO expert would do to your website. So when you create a website, the first thing that we always do is research your keywords, so that we can use your keywords in a relevant way and in the relevant positions. So your keywords have to appear in your domain name, because this is the first thing that Google will actually look at, right? Your domain name. So your domain name is one of the most powerful places for your keyword to appear. Secondly, in titles, in headers, in image titles, and in so-called alt tags. So again, you might want to write this down for your web person, or for you to be able to ask your web person if your keywords actually appear in the titles, the headers, the image titles, and the alt tags, because this is optimizing your content for the search engines. This is what it's all about. So it's really, really important that you actually do your keyword research, so that you know what your keywords are, and then to use those keywords in the relevant positions, again, in your domain name, in titles, headers, image titles, and alt tags. Create content. Okay, so we're already on number 7. Create content. As we've said before, the size of your website is incredibly important, and it's not just the size, it's also the freshness of the content. So Google loves websites that have recent content. It's really important, and it's quite obvious why that is. I mean, people just build websites and then kind of forget about them, and they never take them down, because really, why bother? They're just clogging up the web space, that's all. So when somebody just builds a website and leaves it, then Google has no reason to go back and re-index it and have another look at it. And this is why blogs, or one of the reasons why blogs are becoming more and more important, because they fill up the size of your website. So you create pages on your website every time you write a blog. And secondly, because this content is actually fresh. So it's easy to do. You can do it. You should be doing it at least once a week. You can do it 2 or 3 times a week, but once a week, if you could do it once every single week, then you're doing something really, really valuable for your search engines. Choose your keywords wisely. Yes, so your keywords have to be in a certain range of monthly searches. So when we talk about keywords, I'll just show you how to do this. So this is the Google Keyword Tool. So your Google Keyword Tool, I don't know, some of you have probably used it. It's a very, very valuable tool. It's completely free, and you can find it by simply typing in keyword tool into Google, and it's the first thing that comes up. And again, probably a lot of you have probably used this. Now this tool is, I use this tool probably a couple of hours every day, because this tool tells me not just about keywords. It can do so much more. Especially for startup businesses, this is an incredibly valuable tool to see whether you've got a business that can be successful. So if I always think if more people went onto Google before they started a business, they would probably know a lot more about sort of the future of their business right away. So incredibly great tool, but what we are using it for mainly is to establish the best keywords for the businesses that we work with. And I just wanted to show you this example. So if you type in a word like plumber, for example, you can see that you get 301,000 local monthly searches. Now, in terms of choosing a keyword wisely, this search is probably a bit too broad, because there's a lot of searches and a lot of competitions, and it's probably going to be fairly hard to rank for this particular keyword. Now, if you use plumber Frankston, for example, that narrows down your search a fair bit, and you only, and that's still a lot actually, but you get 720 searches a month. But if you can optimize your website for this particular keyword, which is going to be a lot easier than optimizing your website for a major keyword like plumber, then you can still get hundreds of local monthly searches that are also targeted to your particular area. And if you can just get out of these 720, if you can just get 350 people to your website, that'd be pretty cool. So, little hint, if you were a plumber in Frankston, then plumber Frankston would be a really good domain name. Okay, coming towards the end, create traffic. Yes, and traffic creation is going to be the topic of our next webinar as well. And of course, you could probably spend days talking about creating traffic, but I have hinted it in the last webinar. Creating traffic traffic on Google is king. So the more traffic you get, the higher your rank. So you got to create that traffic, and the ways to create that traffic, as I've said in the webinar before, and again we will go into a lot more detail in a couple of weeks' time when we'll be talking about traffic creation. Creating traffic comes from different sources. One of them is Google, of course. Another one is online directories. So listing your business in online directories creates traffic to your website. Social media creates traffic to your website. Blogging can create traffic to your website. YouTube videos can create traffic to your website, and so on. So create as much traffic as you can, and you'll rank higher on Google. Number 10, so coming to the end, and this is probably a little bit of a tougher one, is create backlinks. So we said in the beginning that backlinks are incredibly important when it comes to relevance. So Google values your site more if you have valuable backlinks. Now, this is another area where a lot of people sort of spend a fair bit of money and actually lose a fair bit of money, because the quality of backlinks is incredibly important. So I'll just spend a couple of minutes talking about this, and then we're coming towards the end. But I really need to talk about quality backlinks for a couple of minutes. So again, a backlink is simply a link on a website that links back to your website. Now, when people buy, so you can create your own backlinks by putting up pages in other Web 2.0 websites. And I'm sure you might have heard of hub pages, Squeeze-Do, Easy Articles, forums, and so on. So basically, what you can do is you can create a site on Squeeze-Do, say, that relates to your business, and that will take you probably, the first time you do it, it'll probably take you 1.5 or 2 hours. And you create a page there with some images, with some good content, and so on, and you link that back to your website, and you've now created a pretty valuable backlink to your website. What doesn't necessarily work is buying a lot of backlinks. Because when you buy backlinks, then you often get really low quality backlinks. And if you get a lot of really low quality backlinks to your website, that is actually something that Google penalizes. Another thing that you should never, ever do is to link to a friend's website and then get them to link back to your website. Because if you have a backlink, a back and forth link like that, a two-directional link, again, Google recognizes that as what it is. It's doing someone a favor, and this will be penalized. So if you want to create backlinks with a few of your business connections, and you have to make sure you do it in a kind of circle. So say business owner A links to business owner B, B links to business owner C, C links to business owner D, and then maybe D can risk linking back to business owner A. I hope this makes sense. So backlinks, again, is something that's incredibly valuable, but only if it's a really valuable backlink. If you buy a lot of backlinks of very low quality, then it's going to drag you down severely in the search engines. So be clever about it, and don't go out and buy 1,000 backlinks for $1,000, because it's usually not going to benefit your standing on the search engines.